let's see, we're here with Melanie King. Melanie King. Alright, go follow. She has good ones.
Very emotionally attached to this reality. I can extend the same with a sister who quite literally lived in a cutout of the hallway because we didn't have more than one bedroom where I slept on the couch. With a mom who was working almost 3 jobs, 2.5 jobs, and renting, and then rented out the spare bedroom for most of my childhood. The emotional attachment to the issue of affordability is real and raw, and for too many people.
And I now realize that as a promoter to do it at the state level, I thought other states would follow suit because it was the right thing to do.
Welcome to the Democrat Clown Show, 2026 edition, where every liberal with a camera and a slogan is auditioning for the role of Trump Slayer in Chief. And leading the circus this week, Gavin Newsom, spiraling on camera like a man who's just realized nobody's buying what he's selling. The Democrat Party is in absolute disarray. There is no clear leader, no standout candidate, and no coherent vision. Just a chaotic parade of desperate hopefuls flailing around for attention. We're not watching a political campaign. We're watching an open casting call. And Gavin Newsom, he's the lead actor in this political theater, going on an unhinged media spree, tossing out Trump attacks like candy at Halloween. But behind the drama and buzzwords, it's all empty, manufactured, performative. Let's unpack the latest meltdown from the man who thinks hair gel and smug sound bites equal leadership. I think it's obvious. We're smack in the middle of Democrat presidential audition season. It's like a reality show. The party is leaderless, rudderless, and scrambling to find anyone, who can rally their crumbling base. Yet somehow, despite the wide open lane, not a single front runner feels like a serious contender. Of course, this hasn't stopped the usual suspects from elbowing their way into the spotlight, desperate for their 15 minutes. And honestly, it's kind of shocking we haven't seen Beto O'Rourke pop out of the woodwork yet. Historically, he loves this season, burning through family money to peddle that same tired fake Latino rebel routine. But maybe even Beto knows the game is rigged this year. I don't know. Because make no mistake, this isn't a campaign. It's an audition, a test to see who can act the most outrage, who can manufacture the best scandal, who can scream Trump and Orange Man bad the loudest on MSNBC without bursting a blood vessel. And if there's a trend among Democrats in 2026, I think it's crystal clear. Channel your inner Cory Booker. Go full Spartacus mode. Pretend you're the underdog hero, valiantly fighting the evil Orange Menace. Okay, never mind substance. Just put on a show. Whichever you have to do. And that brings us to Gavin Newsom, California's poster boy for political vanity, who's currently in the middle of what can only be described as a meltdown media tour. He hits every podcast, every talk show, and every corner of the internet with a new anti-Trump soundbite every week. No issue is too small, no take too extreme, and no fact check is required. The man is throwing everything at the wall, praying that something sticks. Why? Because internal Democrat polling shows their voters want a fighter, a brawler, and Gavin is determined to be that guy, even if he has to fake it. And we know he fakes a lot of things, being an American psycho. Last week, he was ranting about ICE raids. This week, gerrymandering in Texas. And he's not just talking about it, he's screaming about it. Newsom is throwing a tantrum, promising some vague retaliation against Texas as if he's some superhero avenging democracy. But here's the thing. It's all noise. It's always just noise. All posturing. Another fake crisis crafted to make Newsom look bold and brave, when in reality, he's just flailing. So let's break down Gavin Newsom's latest public meltdown and expose exactly why his entire act is nothing but another overproduced episode of Democrat theater. Watch.
How far are you willing to go to stop Trump from stealing the midterms?
What's so interesting about how blue that is, that was done by an independent redistricting commission. That's the difference. We tried to play by a higher value system. It's about formal authority. It's also about moral authority. We tried to do both and.
Yeah.
I've long supported independent redistricting. I can't stand these gerrymandered districts. I can't stand the fact that we're trying to find, everything about gerrymandering needs to be addressed nationally.
Yep.
And I now realize that as a promoter to do it at the state level, I thought other states would follow suit because it was the right thing to do. They didn't.
No.
And so we've unilaterally disarmed. Democrats can't just sit there and act holier than thou and watch this democracy completely be degraded, watch the rule of law degraded, watch a system of co-equal branches of government completely devastated and rolled back in real time by Trump and Trumpism. So we're going to stand up. That district, likely this state, the blue, will get even darker blue. As we respond to Abbott, we respond to Donald Trump, and we assert ourselves much more aggressively. And that, your prior question, the prior question of that, and this damn question, Democrats need to stop the bullshit. It's a different day. Stop. We're on our heels on everything. They're shape-shifting everything. They're winning the messaging war.
Oh, wow. Shiver me timbers. I'd be shaking in my boots if I were gullible enough to fall for Gavin Newsom's delusional stunt. But here's the truth. California stripped politicians of redistricting power years ago. An independent commission now handles it, thanks to a voter-approved constitutional amendment. So Newsom, well, he's spewing pure nonsense, as always. Unless he plans to rewrite the state constitution, convince 2/3 of the legislature, and win a statewide vote, this is just political theater. And even if somehow he pulled that off, what would Democrats gain? 1 seat? Maybe 2? California's already squeezed every drop of blue it can. Democrats hold supermajorities in the Assembly, the Senate, and dominate Congress. There's no more room left to rig. I know, it hurts. You rigged yourself out. So why the Outrage Act? Simple. Newsom wants to be the face of the anti-Trump resistance, but it's all smoke and mirrors. Okay? A pathetic campaign audition dressed up as fighting back. But if states like Florida or Texas respond in kind, Democrats could actually lose seats. And don't think Dems can just redraw New York or Illinois again, because they've already maxed them out. The whole show is pure hypocrisy. Newsom is playing checkers while pretending it's 4D chess. He has no power, no leverage, and absolutely no real plan. Just big talk and zero substance. A Hollywood-style performance from a party full of actors, not leaders. The real joke? They're mad at Republicans for doing exactly what they've done, but only better. It's a circus, folks, and Gavin is the clown.
Come to Skid Row, but now you need to see afterwards. You see how dirty these streets is? The streets ain't being clean. There ain't no trash cans. See the red trash cans? The red trash cans belong to the business people. They don't belong to the city. The city can bring out one trash can. They got no one trash can.
Governor, do you speak Spanish well? I think you do, right? No? There's a woman back there that was talking about her kids getting taken while she's living in a tent. It's happening every day.
It's always been a housing first framework.
Yeah, but what counts as housing?
Focus away from interim. We have a higher level of scrutiny. Interim housing that was reinforced.
It's not safe, it's not working.
So interim housing isn't being prioritized with the new HAP funding?
The HAP money, the prioritization continues to be a framework, not housing. Services, shelter, solid sleep, housing, and supported services.
I know, but like
homelessness.
Yeah.
Interim housing has a role. Rapid rehousing is important. I'm not opposed to shelters, but those are decisions for your local government.
Do you have a site or social, or are you doing this for yourself?
We're from Los Angeles Community Action Network.
Okay.
Just always wary when more money is coming for homelessness and housing, and not being able to concretely define what housing is, because we see, you know, Mayor Bass's so-called success on Inside Safe, where 1/3 of the people that have gone into these hotels have already been either exited or dead.
No, I get it.
And they're not going to permanent housing.
This new round has a whole bunch of accountability and transparency, where they're going to have to list everything they're doing, and there's monthly reports that are now required.
Yeah, but I mean, the definition of, like, what is housing, you know what I mean? I'm not saying people.
Well, you'll be able to see what they think it is, and then you can react to that.
And how much? It's $370 for LA?
Yeah.
For the county or for?
Well, it's $837 in this round, but yeah, around $370 for LA City and County.
Okay.
That's round 5. That round coming later. That's about $1 billion.
We want photo op. We want compassion, sir. positive spectrum.
All these guys have like multi-million-dollar houses.
Stop right here. This is the Los Angeles Community Action Network. Right. Place you need to come and holler at us. This is where I work at. This is where I work at, right? Why come they didn't invite us to the meeting? Then we'll let you know, man. They don't want to know the truth and what's going on. Right? We got mutual aid spots out here helping because we can't get nothing else. We got to do it for ourselves. You can see things from a direct perspective, how it is. Right? Or you can see it from a criminalization perspective. But that ain't going to get it. Because that's been the problem. Chief Bratton came through here. And I was on cop watch, monitored him, and we sent him out of here. America's top cop couldn't do it. So if America's top cop can't do it, it ain't to be done.
Take care, man.
All right.
Spend time with you.
All right, thank you.
Nice day.
All right, you remember you walk with the general.
Hard to forget.
Yeah. Well, I'm reminding you. Yeah.
You don't have to remind.
All right, do the right thing. That's the thing.
Alright, go follow, guys. Woo!
It takes 90 seconds for this
Let's go.